This video is dedicated to James Humphreys. James, thank you. Elenda the Dusk Rose versus Karametra God of Harvests, Saheeli the Gifted, and Saskia the Unyielding. We effectively have no lands there, so we'll take our free mulligan, and that's a lot better. We've got some high CMC stuff, but we've at least got card draw. Yeah, we'll keep this one. And then we draw into Chittering Rats, so that's something for us to do if we get into another land, that's good. Just get out the Godless Shrine and pass it round. Just a few lands to start off with. If we go for Night's Whisper, we'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 cards. We'll have to discard one. I'm actually going to just go for the scrub land here and then pass. We can save Night's Whisper for when we don't have to discard. We're not too desperate to run away with the game whilst no one's really doing much of anything. Is it Signet from the Saheeli player? Looks as though Valdrigue, patron of the channel, playing Saskia, has kept a one-lander unfortunately, so yeah, hopefully they'll get some luck on that front. Also playing with SKD Good, who is a patron of the channel playing Karametra, shouldn't have any trouble ramping with Karametra. And then we have a friend of the channel from the Discord, Mattismen94. And no turn 2 ramp from Karametra, we get into Endrick Sar, we're getting into some pretty heavy stuff. I think it might be worth going for the Night's Whisper now then, so that we can try and guarantee a land next turn. Maybe we just get rid of the Decree of Pain. So we'll go for it now. Alright, and we were going to draw into Dictate of Erebos, which means that we wouldn't have had a land next turn, so I'm glad I went for that. Yeah, I think we just get rid of Decree of Pain here. So let's crack the Verdant Catacombs, grab ourselves a swamp, and then tap out and pass. Well, still no land seemingly from Valdrigue. If I get into the Sign in Blood, I will point that at the Saskia player so that he can maybe get into some lands. Playing a Shadow Spear nonetheless. Probably just drew into that. The first commander of the game comes down. It is Saheeli the Gifted. And they go for creating a servo token straight away. Alright, and we get into our Taser Oars of Scion. Not going to be making use of that yet. I think we go for the Chittering Witch and then our commander next turn. No turn 3 play from Karametra either, which was quite surprising. But anyway, we get down the Chittering Witch with the maximum number of rats that we can create, because that is based on the number of opponents that we have. Still no land from Val, and he has to discard Zergo Helm Smasher at the end of the turn. Just for transparency's sake, the Izzet player over here has told us that he has Cyclonic Rift in the deck, which our playgroup has banned. Completely forgot that he had it, so he's just going to use it as a 2-mana bounce spell. Just in case that does show up at some point and you question why someone is running that card. Anyway, going for another land and then another servo token. They are only a couple of turns off of the ultimate with this. And then there is the first spell from Karametra, Solemn Simulacrum. And we get ourselves into a Blood Artist, so yeah, I think we're going for our commander, and I'm just going to hope that with the M21 update, they have actually updated the commander rules. They're usually pretty quick with updating commander rules on Magic Online, so hopefully Elenda actually does cause death triggers when she goes back to the command zone. But we'll find out this game anyway. For those of you who don't know, the commander rules have been updated. Usually when a death trigger commander went back to the command zone when it dies, it wouldn't cause the death trigger, but it does now. So whenever she dies, we'll get a 1/1 vampire token with lifelink, where X is her power. So she can go straight back to the command zone, and we will get the trigger from that. And then we're going to swing everything in at Saheeli. Don't think the limit break really matters on that at the moment, but we don't know what artifacts they're going to get out in the next few turns. Okay, and taking everything, so leaving their servos back. And Saheeli plummets all the way down to 1. Still no lands for Val during his turn, and he runs 37 apparently, but yeah, the Is It player saying that he might be able to help out on that front. Not sure what he's got. It might be a wheel or something. I hope not, because we've got a really good hand at the moment. Anyway, discarding a Gutter Grime. Plussing Saheeli with the second ability. The next spell you cast this turn costs 1 less per artifact you control. So that is 3 generic mana less into this spell. Okay, and it is Indomitable Creativity, which I didn't catch what that does. Destroy X target artifacts and or creatures. For each permanent destroyed this way, its controller reveals cards from the top until an artifact or creature is revealed and exiles that card. Those players put the exile cards onto the battlefield. Alright, so we are going to put Elenda into the command zone and let's see if it tries to trigger. When it dies, yes it does. So it works on Magic Online now, that's really good. So if you've got any death trigger commanders like Kakusho or Child of Alara or Elenda, just know that they work now. We get ourselves into a Grave Titan and an Oketra's Monument, so we're going to be doing great on the tokens front now. But we did get the 1 Vampire thanks to Elenda's 1 Toughness. We just need some ramp now. And down comes Karametra, God of Harvests. So we'll have to start swinging in over this way, I think. Also noteworthy that the Indomitable Creativity must have targeted their own servos as well, so they got into Silvermere and Darksteel Ingot as well. We get into another land, which I don't mind one bit. So I think we go... Yeah, I think we go in for Taser, and then if any of these black creatures die, then we can make use of them. We'll also get a white creature thanks to Oketra's Monument, and I have overpaid for that because I forgot about Taser costing 1 less. So why don't we go in for a Blood Artist as well? And that will give us enough tokens to exile something with Taser if we want to. Take the Grave Titan in at the Celestia player. The 2 zombies can go in at Saheeli, so they can keep their Silvermere if they want to. And then we'll take the rats in at Valdrieg and hold back a lifelink vampire, as well as a couple of zombies from the Grave Titan that we were kindly taken into. Oh, and I didn't notice the Shadow Spear went down to this thing as well, so yeah, nice Chaos card this one, seemingly. Took them into Conqueror's Flail, so that's probably what they meant by maybe helping them ramp. They get into a Soul Ring or a Signet or something. So yeah, even further bad luck from Valdrieg. Blocking the Grave Titan with Solemn Simulacrum, as you would expect. And keeping the Silvermere, they might as well. Solemn Simulacrum goes down. And Blood Artist will drain the Celestia player for 1, I think, because they ought to have a lot of lifelink in that deck. And you'll never guess, even further bad luck for Val. Discarding Huatli, Radiant Champion now. How many draws is that? About 6 they've had? Oh, and that's a good one for the Is It artifact decks out there. Yeah, taps for blue for each artifact you control when you get it to flip, and it's an easy one to flip as well. They're going to be just short of artifacts. They need to control 5 unless they're going to play one now. They're not going to be able to flip it this turn. And they don't. Just passing it over to SKD. A Selfless Spirit into Karametra will start to ramp them. I think we need to start swinging in hard over here, because we are going to struggle to get rid of Karametra whilst it's an enchantment. And then also, playing a Ghostly Prison, that's going to make life hard work for us. I'd actually rather get rid of the Ghostly Prison than I would the Karametra at the moment. Yeah, paying 2 per attacker is going to slow us right down. Okay, Bastion of Remembrance. Does this give us a black token? It is a white token, and it's an Aristocrats effect, which will not get taken out in most board wipes, such as Toxic Deluge or Fumigate. I think I want to get down Dictate of Erebos whilst we've got the mana held up, and whilst it's not imperative for us to get down. Although, if the board gets wiped, I'll wish that we played this. Yeah, I think I'll play this on second thoughts. There aren't many creatures to get rid of with Dictate of Erebos at the moment. Okay, so we create our white human. Never seen this white human token before. And look at these as well. Yeah, Wizards have been doing really good work with the tokens in recent years. Anyway, let's pay 2 mana to take the Grave Titan in at Karametra. And then the rest can just get spread around, I think. Or actually, we haven't hit the Izzet player yet. Taking a Vampire in at Val. Some Zombies in at the Izzet player. We'll take these in at Val as well. And then the Rats can go in at Matismen, the Izzet player, as well. And we'll just hold back Taser, because she's a half-decent blocker with her 3 toughness. Pay the 2 into Ghostly Prison, we get our Grave Titan trigger, and we'll see if they want to block with the Selfless Spirit or not. And if only we had a sack outlet at this point. I wouldn't use it yet, but we've sort of got one in Taser. We can only sacrifice white creatures with her. But yeah, having a sack outlet like Viscera Seer, or any of the other sack outlets that we've got in the deck, Henny, we've got plenty of them. And that would set us up really nicely. Val is continuing to evade the 37 lands that are in his deck. Anyway, at the end of the turn, Berserker's Onslaught being discarded to hand size, and now release the Gremlins, destroy X artifacts, and create X Gremlin tokens. Getting rid of our Oketra's Monument, targeting their own indestructible Darksteel Ingot, they'll still get the Gremlin from this, and then getting rid of Conqueror's Flail as well. So 3 Gremlin tokens they are going to get down here, tapping out for that because they had to put 7 mana into it. So even more tokens flooding the board. Then 1 damage from the Silvermere going in at Valdrieg. Probably going for the attack there, 1 because there's no one else to attack, but also they want the 5th treasure token, or the 5th artifact, so that they can get into, what is it called? Vault of the Catlacan. So there we go, that is flipping over now, and they will generate 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blue mana from that. Assuming that they keep these artifacts in play. And here we go, might be some kind of Pillow Fort deck, but definitely running Enchantress cards. Eidolon of Blossoms is a favourite of mine. So SKD good might start going off next turn. They ramp with Karametra anyway, because that does count as a creature as well as an enchantment. Then following things up with Heliod the Sun-Crowned, I was just debating whether or not to get rid of this with Taser. This is whenever another one enters under your control, you draw a card. Do we do it in response to Heliod? That is an enchantment. They need Devotion of 5. They've got 1, 2, 3 and 4. They're 1 off Heliod being devoted. And they could always counter targeted removal by sacrificing this as well to take them off of Devotion. Anyway, do we get rid of the Eidolon of Blossoms now? Yeah, I think we will go for it now. We get to see some Aristocrat effects here anyway, so we'll target the Eidolon of Blossoms and get rid of some of the Vigilance creatures. I don't think we're going to be making blocks anytime soon anyway, so I'll keep the lifelink. And then Blood Artist can go on to our friend Karametra over here. And then the Bastion of Remembrance is each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life whenever one of your creatures die. So each of those triggers 3 times. Then at the end of the Celestia player's turn, they are tapping down 5 mana from this thing, and then, oh, there we go. Cyclonic Rift, not overloaded. They could have afforded that with the treasure tokens, but like I said at the beginning of the game, our opponent completely forgot that that card was in their deck, so they told us that they're not going to overload it. And yeah, I'm sure at least a couple of our opponents are wishing that they could overload it here. Still no land for us. I think we are holding up the Dictate of Erebos at this point. I don't think there's really any need to do anything else. So let's go through to combat. Actually, we're not going to be able to swing in the Grave Titan and hold up the Dictate, are we? Plus the fact that I don't think we really need Dictate at this point. So let's still take in the Grave Titan at the Celestia player. We will take in... Yeah, we'll just take in the Zombies at the Izzet player. The Rats can go in at Val. And then we'll hold back Taser again so that we can consider getting out the Ophiomancer. Oh, actually, where is the... I didn't see that. Oh, Cyclonic Rift. You know, I was so bothered about talking to you all about why Cyclonic Rift is in the game, even though technically it shouldn't be. I didn't actually bother to see what it bounced. The Ghostly Prison. Ugh. Yeah, the Ghostly Prison is what got bounced. That's annoying. Apologies to Mattis men. They were obviously trying to guide me in that direction, and I should have gone over there. Yeah, just explaining to my opponent there that I genuinely didn't see the Cyclonic Rift bounce. Yeah, anyway, at least that saves us some mana here, so we can still hold up the Dictate of Erebos if we want to. Yeah, that's really annoying, although I think at the moment... I wonder if we board wipe here, are we going to have enough damage to take out both players? I think we might. A few zombies are going to get blocked here by the gremlins apparently, which is good because it gives us some sack fodder with Taser. And the game's lagging like crazy. Part of the reason that, yeah, as you can see, it's lagging like hell. Part of the reason that I didn't see the rift bounce or pay attention to the rift bounce, because I'm daydreaming between turns, because people's turns are taking quite a while due to the lag, like I said. Anyway, we'll get a few spirit tokens here, as well as deal some damage. And then I will actually look into going for Toxic Deluge and seeing if we can aristocrat a couple of players out here. And then if it's alright with Val, I'll probably just scoop it after that. Don't think Val's getting back into this game, or even into this game. Alright, so let's work this out here. We can put these on the stack first. And then if we've got, what is that? That is 6, pointed at Val, for instance, and then it will be drain for 2 per creature that dies. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, that's 26. Yeah, I think with a board wipe we can take everyone out this turn. So we don't have the sack outlet, but we do have a board wipe in both Fumigate and Toxic Deluge. So we take everyone down to an even life total near enough. We'll get some spirits here from Taser, which is going to be even more drain from our aristocrat effects when they go down. So everyone is down to around the 18 mark. Let's go for the Toxic Deluge. I'm just going to put 2 into this. It'll get rid of our Blood Artist as well as all of our tokens, but it will keep Taser and Grave Titan in place, so we'll actually have a bunch of spirits after this as well. Alright, and that is a bunch of triggers, so let's try and get all these on the stack without the game crashing. Alright, so all of those going on the stack, we start to get all of our spirits. So even if we don't quite have enough damage on our opponents from the Blood Artist, we've still got this, the Bastion of Remembrance, a really, really good one, and actually an auto-include for aristocrat decks. Oh, there we go, right at the last hurdle, the game decided to crash. It has been lagging for a long time, like I said before, which has been very distracting, but yeah, I think we definitely would have had that one. That was good luck for us. I think the Grave Titan and the Olketra's Monument, as well as the Aristocrat enchantment that I just pointed out, I forget the name of it, but yeah, we got near enough all the pieces that we needed to go off there. We were just missing a sack outlet near enough. Didn't get to see much of our commander, unfortunately, but we do at least know, because we got to test it, that Elenda does now trigger when going to the graveyard, or going to the command zone instead of the graveyard. So that has been fixed on Magic Online with the M21 update. Huge shout out to Valdrigue for playing that out with a 1-lander the entire turn. I think we got close to around 10 turns of him not getting into a single land, so I'm going to go play another one with him now. Be sure to leave a comment as to why you think Cyclonic Rift should be unbanned in our playgroup, as I'm sure a lot of you have already done. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.